Feeling a bit down lately. I don't know about you, but over the last 6 months I've been dealing with more of life's challenges than usual. And lately, with the new normal we find ourselves living in, have to admit I've been feeling myself a bit down, let's say. I needed a little something to help me get back to my peak state, and while doing some research, came across the Emotional Triad Psychology developed by Tony Robbins. Hi, I'm Mark Carrier, and in this video I'll share what I learned. So if you're feeling a bit down too, you can use it to help you bounce back to your peak state and get your life to where you want it to be. According to Robbins, achieving your peak state requires letting go of the past, mastering your emotions, and adopting a mindset of excellence. And when you operate at your peak state, you refuse to live a life of compromise or mediocrity. You operate at a higher level and inspire others to do the same. He says our emotions are the foundation that peak state is built on. They have the ability to control everything in our lives, our mood, our decisions, and our actions. When I thought about that, it became really obvious to me that if I was going to get out of my funk, to make any progress, I needed to change the way I felt to get into a really positive state. And according to Robbins, that means mastering the three forces that control our emotions: physiology, language, and focus. The first component, physiology, refers to our body and all the systems and elements related to it. Basically, how we use our body affects how we feel mentally and emotionally. He suggests that if you want to master your feelings, you must be aware of how your feelings and your body are interconnected. And it can be as simple, simple things like standing up straight to feel more proud and alert. If you slump over and neglect your body, you're more likely to feel negative. One of the suggestions I'll be taking on is the next time I find myself in a bad mood, I'll stand up and breathe deeply to get my physiology right. His physiology concept also includes taking care of ourselves by making sure we get enough sleep, which is one of my problems, and eating right with nutritious food to give our body the fuel it needs to make us feel good. Even though this is something many of us forget, we have to remember that we need enough sleep to keep our mind clean and clear and make the time to eat food that makes us feel full, nurtured, and healthy. The second component of the triad says that what you focus on is where your intention flow. And our minds move to its most dominant thoughts. We can't help it. It's just the way our brains are programmed. So we need to focus on the things we want and working towards rather than the things holding us back. Like Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows. And for him, his peak state begins every morning with what he calls a 10-minute priming exercise that helps him feel more energized, focused, and clear about his goals, which basically involves an 8-step meditation process to get him focused for his day. It's something I've started doing, and here's the link that you can do to check it out if you want. The last component is language, specifically how you speak to yourself internally and out loud. This is one area, I've got to do a lot more work on, especially if you ever played golf with me. Basically, how we use our language to talk to ourselves establishes how we behave, which affects our choices. For me, it's like asking myself, why the hell am I playing golf anyway, rather than what are the steps I need to do to play better, which leads me down a negative path that makes me feel useless at golf. We've got to remember that the words we use determine our thought process, which in turn determines what emotions we feel. So we need to take better care of ourselves by choosing wise words when we speak to ourselves, either out loud or internally. This may take some conscious effort and practice to keep you thinking positively and focused on the future and possibilities. Just keep track of your positive and negative words, and every time you find yourself saying a negative word that takes your focus in the wrong direction, change that word with a new positive one. And if you need help with this, ask your family and friends or even people at work to help you. For example, years ago I worked with a team and we had a fine for every time one of us would say the words, "I can't." Because those words are so self-limiting, and what they really mean is I won't even try. Instead, we could say I don't want to or I'm not going to, and every time we use the words I can't and one of the team heard us, we'd put $1 in a jar, and at the end of the month we'd use the money for some food or drinks for the team. You know, this exercise really helped us adjust our thinking away from not even trying something by using those self-limiting words, and helped us focus on how we might actually make something happen instead. As Robin says, once you begin to alter your spoken word patterns and funnel them to a more positive frame, you'll more easily be able to alter your internal speech to yourself. And by changing your language, you can change your focus and reach your peak state. He also says that once you understand the three forces of the emotional triad psychology, you'll be able to control your emotions and choose to spend more time in a positive, empowering mindset and make empowering, successful decisions. This will give you the ability to control your emotions, to take your relationships to their peak state. Because when you control your mindset, you don't let small arguments become huge issues. You learn how to turn negative emotions into opportunities to improve your relationship, and how to communicate with love and understanding. And when you operate at your peak state, your relationships will be stronger than ever. And when you're in your peak state, you'll be able to manage your time and be more productive, and won't let your own excuses get in the way. You'll start your morning strong, setting intentions for the day and following through, because you're focused on what matters in all areas of your life. And here's the link I promised you to learn more about Tony Robbins' Emotional Triad. Love to hear your thoughts on this, so just leave them in the comments section below. And if you have any tips to share yourself, leave them there too, so others can benefit from you and your experience. If you like this video, do me a favor and hit the like button and share it with somebody you think it can help. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because I post new team leader training videos and tips every week. And when a new video has been uploaded, you'll get notified. Thanks for watching, and catch you all next time.